See if we can make some adjustments here. Let's do it. I thought today, I was part of a chat this morning with Mel from Mitchell May June. She had a great sellers chat this morning. Well, it was just a chat this morning, but she wanted to talk about sellers things. So I thought I'd just add that to our time together today. I'm going to be working in this book, as you can see, but thought I'd open it up to a seller's chat. So if you're a seller, please let me know you're here. Let me know what you sell, when, kind of let everybody know who you are. I welcome that. I always will support. I appreciate, before you do any promoting on my broadcasts, just like anybody else, I would appreciate it if you'd ask if you have not been invited. I think that's just common courtesy. Hello, What a Find NYC. Welcome, Susan. How are you guys? Thanks for jumping in. I've got this book here that is created. I haven't done anything to the cover yet. It's pretty much done, other than I have a few pages like this that are completely white, and I immensely dislike that in a book. I like to have everything covered a bit. So I'm going to go through and we're going to cover, like I did this one last night. It was completely white. I added a fabric. Let me just get something that I can slide in there of this little photo. I added a little belly band with a couple of little velvet bows on the top and the bottom. I think it's adorable. So I'm going to be just doing that on these completely white pages like this one. So while I'm doing that, jump on in. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from. Now listen, on Mondays, I've been creating live. It's just craft time, right? And I've been creating for 10 years on YouTube, Facebook. I have my own private membership group, crafting membership group called the Craft Therapy Club, where I go live in there about 3 times a week, creating with those ladies and teaching new techniques and just hanging out. It's really a fellowship group. So I've been doing this for a very long time, but Whatnot, I've been on Whatnot for about a year, and I decided I would start doing some creative stuff on Whatnot so that you guys get to know me better as a creative, because that's how I started. I've added Whatnot to sell craft supplies and home decor. I love vintage home decor and antiques. I can't get my hand on a lot of antiques, but when I do, I feel like, oh my gosh, I get so excited. But I love to shop them. So I support a lot of sellers in those 2 realms here on Whatnot. So my Mondays are about you getting to know who I am and what I'm about, and for me to get to know you. So thanks for being here. I just thought I'd open it up to sellers today. Good morning, Miss Carol Edison. Thanks for being here again. Girl, you got your coffee. Is that the coffee emojis? I switched it up today. I'm having a problem with coffee lately. I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to. So I'm kind of searching for a really flavorful, good coffee, number one. And I'm thinking, have my taste just changed? I'm doing Earl Grey tea. I had coffee this morning, but rather than making another cup, because I didn't really enjoy the first one, I decided to make some tea, because I always enjoy Earl Grey tea. So that's what I'm going to do. But man, what is it with my coffee taste? I'm not loving it lately. So come on in. I do have some stuff listed, but that was pretty much an accident. The stuff that you see listed in the auction tab, these will all be auctioned off on Wednesday. The Buy Now tab is obviously always open. You can always snatch something up there. But if you see something in the auction tab, I feel like it would be appropriate since it's there. I don't have them in front of me, but if there's something there that you want to see, I will go get it for you and show it to you. Them being listed there was an accident. I did not intend that. It was, I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know why. I did not realize that I did that. Thanks for sharing the live stream, Carol. You're the bomb.com. All right. I think what I'm going to do is be adding some fabrics to these pages, because I like a bit of texture in my pages. So I'm going to grab some fabrics. I may be stamping. I may be staining some things, but let's start with this and we'll take it from there while we're chatting. So I'm going to create while we're chatting, but feel free to ask questions about what I'm up to. I love to junk journal, do it quite often. I teach people how to junk journal. So you're going to see a lot of books on my creative time. Now, last week, I think we were painting something, weren't we? We were painting frames. And the week before that, I think I did Chalk Couture project. So it's not exclusive. I wouldn't say I'm exclusively junk journaling, but lots of it. We got to get that. I'm going to get that salvage off. Sometimes I leave the salvage if it's cute. This one's not cute, so we're going to take it off. Okay, where are my sellers at? If you're a seller, give a hey ho in the comments. Let's chat. Talk to me about how it's going on Whatnot. I would love to know how it's going for other people. I've been doing it for about a year now, I think. I think it's been about a year. This book is like really weebly wobbly, and it's driving me a little batty. And to be honest with you, I just want to work on this side, but I don't even know which is the best way to hold this book to get that done. Okay, this is going to go here, but I do feel like I need to add something extra to it. So I'm going to look at my embellishments and see what else I got. Thank you, Carol. She says, I enjoy your art journaling and your art creativity. I enjoy your company, friend. I do. Do wanna be sellers count? Yes, absolutely, Jean. Yeah, are you wanting to be a seller? Talk to me about that. Let us know what you're thinking. Tell us about what you got going on. I'm looking over here for something that I can add to this page, like a little embellishment so it's not so plain. So just, chat with me while I do. Yeah, if you're a wannabe seller, yeah, we want to hear from you. I've been selling for about a year. I just kind of would like to hear from other sellers. How is it going for you? I'm feeling, I don't know. Some days I'm feeling really overwhelmed by this whole thing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some of my peoples because I love them so much. Peoples, where'd I put you? Where my peoples be at? You would think by now I have like a routine. All right, T. Let's scooch on over. Yes, it did, Carol. I don't know who got it, but they did use my journal as a giveaway at the retreat. I got a thank you note from Dina yesterday, which was so sweet of her. They're cute. So yes, it did. Absolutely. It was exciting. I'm excited that somebody got to take my journal home, right, and enjoy it. That just, yeah, I thought that was pretty exciting. Uh-oh, this whole thing emptied out on me. This little package of Tim Holtz little things. All right, I'm going to do this off book because that's driving me crazy, that wobbliness. Let's just decorate this a little bit. I've got a really dark green background. It's kind of like a palette board looking thing, but it's just a little drab. So let's add some cuteness here. I think I'm going to collage in a few clusters of things here. Like we'll do one of those. Well, that might be a little busy. Let's find one that's a little less busy. Like this one is blue. I don't like the blue. This one's green on green. If I did, and I need to get more, I'm going to get another piece of fabric. Is there anything in here? Anything in here I can use? Come on, give it to me. That's better. Okay. All right, I'm wanting to hear from sellers. Are you here? How's it going? What's your strategy? What are you doing right now for selling on Whatnot? What journal are you working on? Oh, Marsha, this is just a journal that I created on my own time. It's not one that you might have seen. I have two of these. One of them is completely done. And this one, and they're in my office ready for either auction or giveaway or for sale in my office. But I want to get this one into my office as well because I could use the cash, man. So I got to create it and get it done so I can sell it. And I'm going I'm kind of going back and forth. I mean, some days I feel great about what's going on, and some days I get really discouraged. I have to tell you, it's just, I feel like I'm working a whole lot, and it just doesn't, I don't know. I just don't know if it's worth all the effort sometimes. So, and I wonder how other people are feeling on Whatnot. Now, this I don't mind. I just feel like it needs to be ruffled up. So the way I do that is I'll take my glue stick and put a little glue stick here. I want it to be crinkly. I want it back there, but I don't want it to just lay flat because that looks boring to me. So we're going to do this. We're going to go Now, if you're one of my regular hangout girls, please don't be offended by that. I'm trying to talk to the sellers and say, like, what's working for you, what's not working for you. I'm going to turn this one around this way, actually. And maybe part of my discouragement is watching other sellers, and like I feel like, wow, like they have so many people in their shows, they're doing so great. What am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? I try to invite people. I feel like I'm super positive, very encouraging and supportive of other sellers. But how do I get more eyeballs over to my sales so that I can earn a little more income? Because, girl got bills to pay. New furnace, new tires. My kid just had emergency room surgery, so we got bills, man. I need to destash my hordes of craft products, Jean says, and I'm trying to screw up the courage to do this. Oh, what fear do you have? So when you say you have to like drum up this courage, what is it that you're afraid of? Maybe we could chat about that. Maybe that would be helpful. Do you have a journal finished, and how are you using your journal? Do you also have a journal you're currently using? Oh, I have several, Rosie. I have several journals that I'm currently using. Let me show you. I'll show you a couple. This one I just worked in last night. I do a once a week in my craft therapy club membership club, my private club. Once a week I do a gratitude journaling, kind of like a prayerful reflection gratitude journaling page. It's an art journal spread inside this junk journal that I created. So this is a junk journal I created with a variety of decorative papers. Like here's an envelope. Anyway, I art journal in this once a week, gratitude journaling. So every week there's a different entry with prayers. I love this page so much. And they're all a little bit different, right? So this is one way that I use my junk journals, is gratitude journaling. Do that every week, every Sunday in my private group. I have other journals that are just art journals. This journal, and I debated about working on this today. This is my kind of like daily keepsake journal. So I don't journal daily. It's too much for me, but I like to have a keepsake journal. My kids are both at the University of North Dakota. So like this was probably, this was a little card that Gannon got. Congrats on your admissions to UND. Get ready for some of the best years filled with new opportunities. So this was from one of the kids in the Office of Admissions. I wanted to keep that little card. And then I write a little note to myself, like Labor Day. Gannon moved in on August 23rd at UND. He is thrilled, and truly I am just as thrilled for him and for Landon. His brother is also at UND. So I don't always write something. Just every once in a while, I'll write something that I want to remember. Like, we became empty nesters. So I put it here, hashtag empty nesters, hashtag Gen X. That's where Gen X, my husband and I. So here, like, this was from a scrapbooking retreat I found this in my craft room. It's from 2008, from a scrapbooking retreat that I went to in 2008, and I found it. It goes in my daily keepsake journal because I want to keep this stuff. One of the fabulous friends that I have in my craft therapy club, she sent me this gorgeous card that she made. She makes the most beautiful cards, and it goes in my keepsake journal. So this is another way that I use my junk journals, is to keepsake things from my life. Like I bought these candles and I was just thrilled with them. And this was the top of the candle. So I just used it to decorate the bottom of this page. Tried this, thought it was delicious, put it in there, and I made a pocket out of it. So yes, I do use my journals on a regular basis. In a variety of ways. I bought this candy and shared it with my husband, which is a huge deal because I'm overweight and struggling so bad menopaused with my weight. It's so bad. I'm counting calories now. I have been since August. I haven't lost almost any weight. My husband's diabetic, so we do not eat a lot of candy, but we bought this the weekend that we moved Gannon in, and we enjoyed it on the way home. We didn't even eat all of it, but it was yummy. Here's another a card that one of the girls in my craft therapy club, where is it? This is from Callie. Oh no, she gave me this little clip with this tag on it. Grace, thank you for being a friend, from Callie. So I put this little clip in here with some of the things that she sent me for junk journaling. So yeah, this is another one of the other ways that I use my journals. So I use them all the time. I bought a little mini printer and I print out pictures. This was Lannon's emergency room visit. Poor kid. when he had his surgery. So those will go in my journal as well. So it's kind of like a daily journal, scrapbook / junk journal. So I create the book and then I use them. To answer your question, thanks, Rosie Org. She's so cute. Oh my gosh, Rosie, yes. I started out on Facebook 10 years ago. So yes, you'll find me the same name, The Comfiness with Grace, on Facebook and YouTube. I'm live on YouTube once a week. I'm live on Facebook. Probably 4 to 5 times a week in different places. My Craft Therapy Club membership, the private membership, I'm live in there most often sharing. And then I go live on my business page, and then for subscribers over there once a week. Hey, Deborah, how are you, friend? I don't know what the live auction process is. I suppose there must be tutorials. There are all kinds of tutorials, Jean. Yep. So you could go to YouTube and watch theirs. But once you sign up to be a seller, they're going to share with you links to all of the videos to get started. And honestly, Jean, you just got to jump in and do it. Start small, but just start, because you will learn best by doing it. And it's uncomfortable. I will say, yes, it's uncomfortable. It's like driving. If you remember learning to drive, like how nervous you were when you drove the first couple of times to the first few places that you drove. But the only way to become a good driver is to just drive. And yeah, do you make mistakes? Yep, you do. But I find Whatnot to be very forgiving. I think the people here are, in general, very kind and forgiving and like good. They're very supportive. And if you're in people, if you're hanging out with people who aren't, just get out of there. Like, there's no need to hang out with people who are jerks. That's my opinion. There's just no need. There's too many of us who are good and sweet and kind and supportive. Hey, Terry Green, how are you, my darling friend? She's at PT and she's hooked up to a simulator with heat. Ooh, just another day in your life, my sweet Jean. Or Terry, I've been for you, Terry, and for how did you guys get stuck together like that? That was kind of unhanded, unexpected. I'm going to put this here and I'm going to put them on top. So let's just glue. And then this is, oh, shite. Sorry for the swear words. That's stuck again. Yeah, I was praying pretty hard for you and Ginny. Brought you guys to the altar yesterday at Mass. It makes my heart hurt when you guys are hurting. It really does. Like, I want good for you guys. I want happy and good and blessings. But I know life can't always be that way. So we do need women, especially women. We need women in our lives who can be and remind us that there is good and be the good for each other. I really believe that. And life is too hard without some good people in your life to support you. Yes, I do, Miss Carol. Yes, I do. I got to turn on a fan. I'm having a hot flash, girls. Haven't even taken a sip of tea yet, and I'm already having a hot flash. So if you are a seller, please, I really wanted to open up the conversation today because I had a great conversation with Mitchell May June and her folks, her followers here on Whatnot this morning about selling. And I thought, well, let's see if any sellers want to chit chat today. I want to welcome you guys to just make yourself known. Share who you are, share what you do. Need a paper towel because I got a lot of oozy glue here. We're going to sop that up. Got a lot of oozing. I don't know why I sing, but sometimes I do. Yes, girl, you're going to be fine for the cruise. You got to stop falling, though, okay? Stop walking with things in your hand. I know I have to tell my mother-in-law that, too. Can't go up the stairs with stuff in your hand. You got to hold on to those railings, girls, because when we fall, it just takes too long to recover. I told you guys, I fell and skinned my knee over a month ago. I sprained my left ankle. I skinned my right knee. Now, my right knee is almost totally healed. My left ankle is so swollen still. It doesn't really hurt, but it's incredibly swollen, like really puffy. And I said to my husband, do you think I need to go to the doctor? And he's like, no, not if it's not hurting. But I don't know what to do about that. Look at how cute. Now, why are you not wanting to stick, I wonder? I'm going to get out my my fabric glue because we're going to be working with fabric here. Why are you not sticking? Come on, little girl. Stick down. Sticky stick. So where are my sellers? At Home with Chris. Okay, been on Whatnot for over a year, so tell us a little bit about you. Know what I'm going to do at Home with Chris? Everybody, let's follow. I'm going to click on your profile and I'm going to read about you. This is what Mel was doing this morning. I thought it was so nice. Okay, we are already friends on Whatnot. It says she resells vintage and home decor, upcycle, thrift finds, DIY home decor. You can also find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Same name on all platforms. Let's be friends. She has 1.4 thousand items sold and 408 reviews with a 5.0 rating. So let's support her. Let's go on over, everybody, and bookmark her shows. And I'm going to do that right now. She has a show tomorrow at 7 p.m., clearance low starts, flash sales, and then another one on Thursday at 11 a.m. I just bookmarked both of them. So there you go, my friend. At Home with Chris. So is your name Chris, I'm assuming? Is your name Chris? Tell us. We would love to know. Oh no, Jean, you think I should go to the doctor? She says I walked on a what did she say exactly? Twisted ankle for 6 years and it turns out it was broken. Shut up. And see, that just blows my mind because I think, well, if I'm able to walk on it, it can't be broken, right? Rosie, your book is giving me vibes. Heidi Swapp and Tim Holtz. I have some of Heidi Swapp's products, but I've never really followed her as a creative. I'm sorry to say. I bet she's amazing. And of course, I know who Tim Holtz is, and I've been following and using his stuff for a long time. He's so freaking talented, so knowledgeable. He's like at another level, right, girls? Now, I'm really hoping this glue doesn't show through on here because I'll be really bummed out if it does. It doesn't usually. That's why you use the fabric glue, but girls, you never know. Sometimes things they just don't work out the way you want them to. And you got to pivot. We got to pivot. Now, isn't that much cuter than a white page? Isn't it? Isn't it? I love Tim Holtz. Yeah, he's fun, isn't he? You had a torn meniscus, Fox Den. Is that something that will heal on its own? Good gravy, girls. You're starting to make me nervous, but I appreciate like you telling me. Like sometimes I need someone to just say, hey, Grace, it's time you take care of yourself. It's time. I don't live near. It's so interesting. I have 4 sisters. I don't live near any of them. They all live thousands of miles away. My mother died when I was 17. So I don't really have a woman in my life telling me what to do. I wish I did. You girls want to be my mamas? Who wants to adopt me? You be my sister and tell me, like, push me and say, because sometimes you need a woman in your life to say, hey, stop ignoring that and go see the doctor. My husband's a man, so he's like, nah, you don't need to see a doctor. You're fine. All right, this is still wet. Obviously, we need to let that. But what am I going to do here? I'm going to make a plan for what to do here. Now, I love fabric, but you don't always have to use fabric. I think I might just put a book page here. Like, grab a book page and put it on here. I was thinking it would be really sweet, actually, to take things from my prayer book and put, like, if I could just find, like, little prayers to put in there. Like, this is so lovely. Oh, God, who teach us that you abide in hearts that are just and true. Grant that we may be so fashioned by your grace as to become a dwelling pleasing to you. Through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you forever and ever. Amen. So it's like saying, I want a heart that's true. God, help me be that. Yeah, that is a really lovely sentiment. Why wouldn't I want to put that in my book? Let me see if I can get this to fit. I'm going to try to cut it out and get it to fit. Whoa, my glue be falling over. Oh, wrong glue cover. Let's cover the glues before we go on to the next page. I kind of work a page at a time. So these books do take a while. At Home with Chris says, I'm in the process of regrouping. I'm trying to get rid of all my vintage and transition into more crafting. Are you really? Like, you want to sell crafting on Whatnot? I do a little bit of both, actually. Carol's had both knees replaced. Ouch. I'm an empty nester now. I mean, it's wild to think about, girl. I'm telling you. I'm just blown away by this fact. They were both home this weekend and I was thrilled. Oh, I did not rip that well, but we're going to see if we can make this work. Be careful now, Gracie. These pages are like Bible pages. They're really thin and fragile. The pages in this little reflection book that I get. I think I'm going to chop off that anyway and go down to this. And then let me see if it fits. It does fit on here. So I'm going to just backdrop that with a piece of decorative paper. So I'm going to go to my paper scraps and just see if I can find a piece of paper that makes sense to put here. A decorative paper. Now this has really got a lot going on, so I got to be careful. Well, how about like even coffee stained paper? Yeah, that works. Right? Coffee stained. All right, let's see if I don't want to lose that coffee ring because it's awesome. I have lots of coffee stained paper sitting here though. So let's grab one of these. Not this one. I want you for something else. Let's use this one. So I need to make it the same size as this. And I think we'll go with this direction. Yep, it fits almost perfectly like that. So let's do this. I am going to cut it. Listen, girls, I don't really measure things, and I don't know some people if you like it or not, if it bugs you or not, but I don't really measure things. I kind of eyeball everything. I don't need the fan anymore. Hot flash is over. Officially over. Now, I have a little bend in my paper right here. You can't see it, but I can. So I know where I need to tear it off. And then what we're going to simply do is glue this down. I think I like it this direction. And then we're going to glue this down on top of it. I'm not sure I like it actually. This is more gray toned and this is more brown. And this is just a little bit too big. But what if we put it a different direction? That would be all right. Listen, there are no rules around here. Ain't nobody telling us what we can and can't do. Yep, I'm going to put it right there actually. Let's do it. These are the journals that everybody's talking about. Morning Glory, tell me what you mean, everybody. Who's talking about journals? Who's talking about journals? I live and breathe journals. So, what are you saying to me? Talk to me. Do you junk journal? I love junk journaling. Rosie Borg, yes, she is. He finally is. When I was teaching at our girls' prison, I reached out to him and he donated products to our group. It was amazing. Oh, Tim Holtz did? How nice is that? That is a good story to hear. Foxden says, my husband had both knees done and he's been having trouble. God bless him. I've done a few live crafting shows and I love it. At Home with Chris says, I do sell what I have crafted or upcycled. I just want to find a way to grow in the crafting community. Oh, At Home with Chris, come on over. So it's really, I think it's a little limiting on Whatnot in terms of building community because there's no way to chat outside of a live broadcast. Where like on Facebook, I have a free craft community called Crafty Chicks Club that everybody can join. And there you can share what you're doing, your projects. You can ask questions about other people's projects, things like that. So maybe join some crafting communities where you can have conversation with people, like on Facebook. It doesn't have to be Facebook, but like on Facebook, so that you can get to know other people and creatives, right? The other option is to join a paid community. Like I said, I have a private Facebook group called the Craft Therapy Club. It's $15 a month, and it's really much smaller, so we get to know each other a lot better. We do swaps, and we do projects together. Like we've done the traveling journal thing twice, like where you journal. You create a journal and then you're teamed up with 4 other people and you send your journal to the people in your team and you rotate them every 2 weeks. And so every 2 weeks, a different person in your group gets your book. She decorates one full signature for you And then it goes to the next person. She decorates a full signature, goes to the next person. By the time you get it back, it's been decorated by your friends. And we just love that. I'm going to ink this up because I don't love the color of it. I want it to match a little better. So let's grab some ink because this could be fun. There is some green on that page, and I just used my green yesterday on a different thing. So I'm going to use green since this was just used yesterday. Little piece of scrap paper. We're going to ink it up a little bit. I understand about the boy thing because I grew up with 13 brothers and my two favorite people, my sisters. I lost my older sister to Alzheimer's. Oh, Terry. I have done a few live crowd. Oh, wait, Rosie Borg. Wait, hold on. I'm looking for your comments are coming in fast now. Let's see. I think I missed one. All right, Morning Glory. I need to know what you mean by these. I'm still reading comments. So if you said so, I missed it about the journals everybody's talking about. Take a wet paintbrush with your water and run it along where you want to rip it. Yes, that's a great idea, Rosie. That's absolutely the way that you can do it. I understand about the boy thing. Oh, I already read that one. All right. So I want to know about what are people saying about journals and where? Tell me what you're talking about. I've been doing this for a long time, you guys. I have been a crafty business owner for 10 years. Started the Comfy Nest. I started the Craft Therapy Club in 2019. So that club alone, my private club, is like 6 years old. I've been selling like for Essential Stencil and for Chalk Couture. I've been with Chalk Couture since the beginning. It's been like 8 or 9 years. So I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And it is discouraging sometimes. I mean, you really have to want it. That looks way better, doesn't it, with the green on there? It just fits so much better. You have to really want it, and you have to know that you're going to have times that things don't go well, and you still have to be okay with it, because it's not, like people say, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon, and you're going to win some and you're going to lose some, and you have to be able to roll with that, which it is hard. It's really hard, but honestly, if you're trying to make it a business, you have to win more than you lose. Otherwise, what is the point of the business? Now, when I started out sharing, I started sharing on, because I was creating already. I was crafty already. And I started sharing on Facebook like 10 years ago, just for fun. Like, oh my gosh, check this out. This is so cool. Just to share with my friends and family. And then I had people asking me like, oh, can you teach me how to do that? Or where can I buy that product? So that's how it developed into a business for me. But it's gotten harder and harder over the years because there are so many people there's a huge crafting community, and there are thousands of people sharing on social media crafting stuff. So the market has gotten very, very saturated. So it's really hard to stand out among people. I think I will add maybe one little greenery sticker over here that might make sense. Like, that's just going to pull from the green. This one's maybe a little too big. Let me find something a little smaller in here. It would be good to find just green, not a flower. Oh, here's a little one. Just something really little to put in this corner. That's perfect. Sort of pull it all together. In my lives, Morning Glory 480 says, in my lives, people are saying you have to have seen those junk journals, the junk journals where they do themed ones. Oh, there are some really fantastic. Like, let me show you. We created this one. I love that you said that because that's one of the ways you can create a journal is to do a themed journal. Where is my patriotic junk journal, girls? Who took her? Where you be at? She's so fat and chunky. There's no way I could lose her. Oh, you know what? I put her up on my shelf. Hold on, girls. Hold on. I had to put her up on a shelf because she was just taking up too much room. Okay. We created this in July. This is Patriotic Junk Journal that we created in July inside my club, for example. So it has 3 signatures in it. It is themed, right? So this is what you're talking about. Not all of my journals are themed, but the themed ones can be really fun. So this one is a patriotic junk journal. We created the journal using a kit that was red, white, and blue. And then on every single page of this book, my goal the following month, what I shared with the girls for our project was, it was like, I don't know, 50 different ways that you can decorate your junk journal pages to give the girls. And I use this as a resource when I'm decorating a junk journal and I get stuck. Like, I can't think of another thing to do. Like, I don't know what, I have a blank page staring at me. I don't know what to, I even get stuck. I've been doing this for 10 years. I don't know what to do. I use this as like my resource journal. It's like my little example journal. So I have every page is decorated just a little bit differently in this book so that I can go to this book and be like, all right, I need ideas. Give me an idea of what I can do differently. So like this one, we glued 2 pages together to make a little pocket to stuff something into. And then I put this little birdie dictionary page in there. This one just has an embellishment on it. And here on this one, we made it a pull out. So there's a little pull out tab here, but it kind of shows you there's a circle that I punched out here with a little girl sitting in it. And when you open it up, there's more journaling spot. So that's another way to decorate a junk journal. So every single page has some different feature. So this page has like a half pocket off to the side here, and that was chalked with a little tag in it. So every single page has something different done to it. I used my Tim Holtz People to make a little tuck spot here. So this is a great resource. We did a 3-tiered pocket here so we could stuff little extra things in it. It almost looks like when you take everything out, it looks like a little cake because it's got like tiers of pockets. This one I used a vintage page from an Edith Holden book to create this little, what they call a tip out. And again, more journaling space, or you can put photos here or whatever it is that you're keepsaking if you're going to use your journal that way. So every single one of these pages, this is a moving belly band. So this little guy moves, and a belly band is a place where you can tuck things in. It's called a belly band just because it's like a little, goes in the middle. And it's a band across the page. So it's kind of like a belly band. So every single page has something different going on about it. So anyway, this is all themed. Like this is vintage linen that I used to create like a little curtain. But it's all themed. Look at this. I love this page too. Is this one? Do I have this one open up? Yes, I do. This one is all patriotic pages. Patriotic Junk Journal. And again, we did this in the private club. I walked them through how to make every single thing in this book. A little journaling card with, you know, I'm the Crafty Chicks Club, so I'm all about the chickens, the chicks. Anyway, that's why I call my girls the Crafty Chicks. So there's an example of one of those themed books. I can't go through it all. It just is, I probably should do a flip through video with that because there's so much in there. Carol, I love that book too. I love that we all have one, all the girls in that group. Morning Glory, are you a seller? Are you a creator? I'm going to follow you now. I'm going to your profile. Let's see what she's all about. Okay, she sold 893 things. So she is a seller. It looks like she has pens in her bin, in her marketplace. It says, hi, everyone. My name is Jackie, proud mama of 3 + 2 and 6 grandkids. God bless you, girl. We told our kids we were going to get milk and move to Arizona, left the snow shovel behind. That's our ongoing joke. Missed them grandkids. I'm finding the little things that make me happy since retirement. My husband loves his office time, aka cigars and bourbon. He sounds like my brother-in-law. That's hilarious. He has an outdoor portable AC unit no matter the weather. It took me a hot minute to find mine, but I found Whatnot. So here I am, enjoying buying and socializing and creating my style. And now I started my Morning Glory 480. I am stronger than the storm, survivor with a pink heart. All right, I am following you. This is Morning Glory 480. I just read her profile. She has 152 reviews with a 5-star rating, and she sold 893 things with a 1-day average ship time. I'm going to go and bookmark a couple of your shows. So thank you for introducing yourself. Thanks for chatting with me and us in the comments. I really do appreciate you. So there's a little profile for Morning Glory 480. So go check her out. Go check her out. I just said to Mel this morning in her sellers chat that we were talking. She just did a huge raid train this past weekend. She hosted a raid train, and I told her I did one raid train on Whatnot in the year that I've been here, and most of the time I decline the offer to raid train, and here's why. Because she was asking, like, do you guys raid train? What do you think of them? She was a little bit frustrated with the people in a raid train because they were in other raid trains while hers was going on, which I find to be very rude. I think if you're committing to someone that I'm going to be part of your event, that means I'm going to promote the event. I'm going to try to be in all of the live auctions to promote the other sellers. It's the whole point of the raid train, is a collaboration between like-minded people to support and lift each other. You cannot be supporting other sellers on that raid train if you are selling live while they are selling. It's pulling people from that raid train. I think it's incredibly rude. To me, that should be just a given. But this is why I don't raid train, because I think Whatnot, I think people don't get that. And I think sellers don't get that on Whatnot. And I think it's rude. So I don't do raid trains for that reason. Now, I did sign up for a raid train. I've done one in over a year. Didn't love it. The other sellers were not prepared. I prepared. I had printouts of all the people who were in the raid train. I gave a shout out to all of them, to the hostess, like what you're supposed to do. But none of the other people did that. So I was like, I'm out. Like, I'm not going to spend all my time promoting 15 people and not have a single one of them promote this raid train. Like, that's just rude. It's rude, rude, rude. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. So she was saying that she was frustrated that had happened this weekend. And we were talking about raid trains. And I did sign up for one that's coming up in December because I thought I will try to support this because it's all North Dakota sellers. It's a Christmas raid train. But again, I don't want to get burnt. I don't want to put all my time and energy into this and then have the other sellers not do the same. I just feel like that's not appropriate. I just don't think it's nice. I just don't think it's nice. All right, I have trouble talking and chewing gum at the same time. So let me get back to this. We're going to find something to put on this page. And it's a double-sided page. So it might be good to find something that I can put on there that is double-sided. Like, well, if I took this and folded it in half, I could do it, girls. I say I could. Sounds like that old cartoon, that eagle. You guys remember that old cartoon? It's not exactly the right size, but we're going to make it work. We are. Where's my ruler? What's the date for the December raid train? Okay, Deborah. So I can give you better advice than just giving you the date. If you go to all right, let me show you. Let me show you, girls. We're going to do this together. And I hope this helps. This is the way Whatnot does make it easy for you. Let me see if I can zoom you in. Oh, yeah, baby. That's good. Okay, so here I am. I'm live. I don't think I can do it to myself. I'll try, but I don't think I can. If I open up my live, I want to turn my volume off. Oh, we want to turn that on. Okay, let's see. Isn't it rude? Carol says, that's rude. Yes, it is. Let me see if it'll let me do it. No, I can't go to my own profile in my own show. Okay, so let me come out of here. Come on, I want to come out. Minimize show. Let me go into somebody else's. Let's go into handpicked by page.
That's like the baby that was.
Oh, they're chit-chatting. I'm going to shut off the sound. Now, while you're in my live right now, if you click on my profile like I'm doing to her, you can see I'm not following her, so I can support her by following her. I can tip her. If you, like, when you're with me on Creative Lives on Monday, if you get value from it, if you want to tip me as just to be kind and to be nice and support, you can hit the tip button and you can send a tip to a seller. Did you know you could do that? It is a really nice way to support somebody, okay? To help us keep sharing the way that we're sharing. Anyway, if I go to view her profile, Deborah, to find my raid train, then go to my shows. And if you scroll, you'll be able to find all of the shows that I have scheduled. And you'll see I have a Christmas raid train in December. I think it's like the 13th, 14th, or 15th, somewhere in there. So again, when you're in my show, you click on my name, up here, the profile, you click on view profile, hit the shows tab, and then you can go to my shows and you can bookmark them. So the way that you bookmark a show, like this is her show for tomorrow, is this little bookmark up there. You hit the bookmark. Then Whatnot, if you have your notifications turned on, will give you a notification when that show goes live. It'll say, the show that you wanted to see is about to start. It usually, like I get an email and I get a text. That's how I have my notifications set up. And it'll say that the show that you bookmarked is about to start. And it'll tell you that like a half hour before so that you can kind of be reminded that that's happening. You can also do that if we go back, like let's do Thrifting Over 50. Let's open her up. I'll show you one more thing while we're here. Let me shut off her sound. If I go to her profile, I view, you can message her, you can mention her in the chat, you can block someone from here. Please don't block me. But if you go into her profile, you can also go into her shop and see what she has available for buy it now. These are things that you can just buy right from her shop outside of an auction. So when you're shopping an auction and you've paid for shipping and the person's not showing you anything in the auction that you want to buy, always make sure you check their shop because you're already paying for shipping. So go to their shop and see if they have anything else that you want to purchase because that's how you're going to get the best bang for your buck with the shipping. Just for new buyers, or even for sellers to help you figure that out. I thought that would be helpful. Awesome, Deborah. Way to go, girl. Way to go. Hey, Nina, 60. Welcome. Oh, Carol Edison just gave me a tip. Girl, I love you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Carol Edison. You're the best. You're the best, girl. That is so helpful. That just brightens my day, too. It makes me so happy to know I'm loved, to know that I'm loved and supported. You guys, thank you for that. All right, so we're going to get 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going to cover both of these, but I actually could make this something that you open and then have more room to create here. So I think I'll glue it down on this page. And look at, it's a little bit short. So we're going to add a ruffle or something to this. I'm going to do it to the bottom. I actually like them on the bottom. So I'm going to glue this down and then I'm going to add a ruffle to the bottom to decorate this page. And then I'll use the other side of this to do something on the facing page, which is also bright white and I don't like. I don't like plain pages, even if I just add some color somehow. Let's just glue this down and then we'll add a ruffle. All right, you're just driving me crazy. It's so wibbly wobbly. I think it's because it's so small. I want the ruffle on the bottom, so I'm going to go toward the top with this. Make sure my fold is where it needs to be. Push you down. So this now will go here, but I have a little oozing glue, so I don't want to close it just yet because I don't want it to glue down. I want that to be free so that I can make it a flap. Okay, so I'm going to leave this open for now so that can dry. In the meantime, let's find a little bit of cute lace or something to put down here. I'll go to my trim. What colors do I have? Red, cream, brown. Let's see, let's find a creamy lace trim. Yep, that I can add. Now, how did that get so ratty? I don't rightly know, girls. I don't know how. We're going to make it pretty again. And I don't know why I do these voices, but I do. It's weird. I know. My son, Gannon, he is the same freaking way, and it cracks me up. He's been walking around at UND. So my son is a freshman at UND. He's in one of the dorms, and he said, Mom, he said, nobody talks to me because we're both real jokesters and we love to I don't know, we're just goofy that way. We're really both goofy, fun-loving people. So he said, well, the first couple of weeks I was at school, he's trying to grow a beard for the first time. He's 18 and he has this UFC wrestler that he loves that's Russian. So he started kind of emulating, like trying to talk like he was Russian, and he does do impersonations very well. So he had us laughing this summer, even before he moved to college, with his Russian impersonations, just because he admires this Russian UFC fighter so much. Anyway, he started doing that at school just to be funny. Like he would be in the elevator because he's on the 4th floor going up or down, and somebody would get in and he would pretend to speak Russian to them. And now he said, I think everybody thinks I'm Russian and that I don't speak English. He was trying to be funny, but I don't think these kids got it. I think they took him seriously. He's like, nobody talks to me. Talks to me. And he's gotten to be pretty big. He's almost 6 feet and he's been doing jiu-jitsu. So he's beefed up a little bit from his workouts. So he has this like scrungy half-in beard. So he looks a little bit intimidating. I'm like, well, Gannon, you have to just start talking to people. Okay, we have this blank one here. If I don't want to put another lace trim over this because it will glue this down. I could position it just under that. I mean, do I want to do, I've never done that before, double lace, like this double lace. If I put it right under that, it would just be doubled up with lace and it wouldn't hold down. Now this little guy, we'll do something with that too. Might as well use it up. That was like all I have left of that. All right, so I'm going to, here's what I'll do. I'm going to give myself a little chalk line. Chalk pencil, where you be at? There you are. I'm going to give myself a little chalk line right here. And I know I need to stay under that line with my trim. That may be very hard for you to see. There it is, that little chalk line. So that I know I have to stay under that line with my trim. And then I can do whatever I want up there. You like stenciling in bare spaces? Good. That's a great suggestion. Hey, Vicky Dooley, good morning. She arrived in Arizona on Saturday sick. Oh no, you're heading to the doctor. That is a bad way to start vacay. Oh, Vicky, everybody say some prayers for Vicky today, please. Praying hands up for Miss Vicky so that she gets better fast and she can enjoy her trip. Oh man. I'm so sorry. Gannon left yesterday. He said, I was clogged, clearly, and now I'm not clogged. And so now I have a big blob of glue. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this little silicone thing, and I'm going to spread the glue. Spread it out, girl. Spread it out. Share the wealth. Gannon left yesterday. He came home for the weekend and he left. He's like, I have a really bad sore throat. And since he has Crohn's and he's on he has an autoimmune, so he's on a medication that brings down his immune system. So when he gets sick, it can take a month. I mean, for him to feel better. It's just no bueno. It's no good. It's no good. Look at how cute. Look at how cute. All right, wait, hold on. You can't see that. Back it up. Back it up, the girlfriend. Back it up. Look at how cute. And now, look at how cute. What happened here? What did you do? Oh, all right. It's just crinkled. Whew, I thought I did something wrong. Look at how cute hanging out from the bottom of your book. I love them all over the place. So let's find a place for this guy because not here. Like I'm not going to put it right next to this one. So I'm going to go toward the back of the book and maybe use this as a tab. Let's use it as a tab for this first signature. Let's do that. We'll just have a little bit of this same lace. I do like to repeat. If I use this in one place in my book, I want to use it several times in my book so that the book is cohesive. Even though, as someone brought up earlier, we talked about themed books. It doesn't have a theme necessarily, but you'll see I use the same papers throughout the book. Like this and this came from the same book stack. So they were like in the same book stack. And you'll see I repeat things. That way, like this has been repeated a couple of times. That way it looks cohesive, even though it's not a theme. So now I have this hanging out. Ooh, that makes me happy, girl. That makes me happy. Yes, it does. I'm going to go back and make sure I didn't miss any other questions or comments. So Morning Glory, I love that people are talking about junk journaling. Send them my way, please. Please, please come hang out with us because I do normally junk journal on Monday mornings. So I don't sell on Monday mornings. I just come on and chat and junk journal and share some techniques. And my main goal is to get to know people better. So you guys can get to know me. I can get to know you. All right. We got another right here. We got to do something with her. We got to do something. So Deborah was saying stenciling. So let's stencil this page. In honor of Miss Deborah, one of my craft therapy club members. Hold on, girls. Let's do it. Let's grab us a stencil. That could be fun. What do we got going on here? So I'm going to grab, I have all these little stencils that are so easy to work with. Most of them are Tim Holtz, by the way. I'm going to go for the polka dots, I think. Let's see. Do I want polka dots? Because this might cover the whole thing, and I'm kind of lazy that way. Look at that. It almost covers the whole thing. Let's do it. We're going to stencil some. Now, I had the green out, and I used the green, but I don't think I want green on this page. I'm going to put this away. Let's get a different color. Let's try a different color. Let's do, I was thinking black, actually. I know that's unusual, but, oh, I have a gray. There's gray right here. Pumice stone. Now, I don't think I have one of these things for this. Let's see, Gracie. I'm going to have to grab a new one. I'm going to grab a new one. Do you know, these are just for, like, you just pull these off. It's like a little Velcro. And listen, some people are really, really excellent about this. I'm not. Some people are. They'll like glue this little pad that goes to this color glued to the bottom so that we know we're never mixing. Girls, that is not me. I do not have the time nor the energy to be that organized. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if it overwhelms me, I'm not doing it. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. Like, you do you, boo. Like, if it doesn't work for you, are you even, you got anything in there? Oh yeah, it does. Look, it came out on my finger, but it's not coming out here. What? Oh, yes, it did. It's on there. You just can't see it. You little trickster. You little trickster. So this is what Deb is saying. She likes to stencil some white spots. Just, you know, it makes it not so white. Let me zoom you in, girl, because you can't see that so good. See? It's very light. Very easy. It just gets rid of that total blank. I don't like a blank page. It hurts my soul. I don't like pretty things. All right, so it's partially stenciled. I'm going to actually, we're just going to go in and do more because I think I'm going to maybe put a pocket on here as well. Let's do it. Let's do some kind of like side pocket or something. Side pocket. I should just glue this on here. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I'll never find it because I'll never think to look down here. But what some people will do is just actually have to Velcro it on there. That's what I do not have the energy for these things. Do I even have, I know I have, oh yeah, look at that. I got some Velcro right here. It really doesn't have to be that hard, but I do make it hard. How do you girls do this now? You want the soft part here and then the crunchy part here so it doesn't, so it doesn't affect this sticking to that. Look at, I did it. I mean, that is organized. I'll give you that much, but I just don't know how to do that. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. All right, let's make a little pocket here of some sort. So I'm going to go to my scraps of paper and find a pickety pocket. All right, sellers. I'm looking for sellers today to talk to us. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing that's working. Tell me what's not working. You can lament. I will support and lift you up. But I have to tell you, I don't feel like I have a lot of the answers. I mean, that you might be looking for. Okay. Remember I used this on that other page way back? Actually, was it facing? Hold on. Let's see. There's this same fabric. I'm going to use it again here to make a little fabric pocket of some sort. Will this one be the right size? My girlfriend's messaging me. Are you going to lunch with me today? I forgot. I'm glad she reminded me. Are you still my lunch date? Oh, I want to be your lunch date. All right, this is a little bit small. I'm abandoning that one. Let's go with a different thing. Let's go with paper since I feel like that one's a little small. I have a paper stash here of the papers. Look at, see, there it is. The papers that I used in this book. So this paper stash is a good place to go for a pocket because you know it's going to match. I like this one. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. It's got to get cut. It's a double-sided. It's double-sided. Oh, I actually think that's so pretty. Let's do this side. You're so pretty. So back over here again. Make a little mark because I need to know where to cut. I'm going to cut here first. And I'm all right. You can use your cutters if that makes you feel good. I don't need to say that in a flippant way. But what I'm going to do is I use my grids on my table here, and I'm going to use my ruler to line up on one line. Lining everything up. Yes, I am. And then we're going to tear that off. And then how tall do I want this little pickety pocket to be? Let's go like right there. Right there. I'm just going to put a little bend mark. Same thing. I'm going to use the grids on my table. I'm going to line up my ruler on one of the grids, one of the lines. And if this is lined up on the lines, oh, I just budged it, and this is lined up on the line, we should get pretty straight lines here without having to measure and without having to, oh, that's too tall. Oh, this is the one. So say that's way too tall. Knew I had the wrong side. Now we have a little pocket that has some cute stenciling above it. And whenever there's a pocket with my books, I do like, oh, Gracie, what side do you want? I think I want it like that. I do like to stuff the pockets with something. When I sell my books, it would be rare for you to find a pocket or a belly band that doesn't have a tuck spot, that doesn't have something tucked in it. It's the whole point of the pocket, right? All right, that is cute, cute, cute. I know it's hard to see because the colors are light, but it is awfully cute. And then I'll take something and stuff it. Take that paper and stuff it. So like this is that extra piece of paper. I have no idea what I would use that for, so it's going to go in here. I'm going to fold them in half. It's double-sided. Whoever gets this book can decide to use that if they like for something of their own. Let's find something else to put in there. Because it's just fun, and it's kind, and it's nice to give a gift. Look at this. There's a little lemon sticker. Lemon, lemon, you can go in there. Right, like that. And that just makes even the pages a little more decorative and sweet and cute. It sure is. All right. We're doing it. I find this process incredibly relaxing. So if you're not a junk journaler and you want to like join this world of junk journaling, you connect with us over on Facebook at the Comfy Nest with Grace. Here we have another blank. It's green on this side. It's blank on this side. Maybe a book page. Now I've been telling you I might put a book page in here. What does that look like when we do that? These are all like cover pages for books that I've torn apart. I want actual book page. This one, The Funeral. That's the title. And I try not to put the funeral on the page, but it's unlikely that someone's going to read what it says. But you could, if it's important to you, you can avoid. All right, we're going to use this. I'm going to take the middle of this page. I don't want the edges. I don't want the funeral. So I just want like a section of book text. That's what I want. And it needs to be, wrong side, Gracie, 5 by like 3 3/4. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to tear. So I need 3 3/4. 1, 2, 3 3/4. And I'm fine. If things aren't perfect, I'm fine with that. You'll find out from me. You're never going to have any pressure to make things perfect for me. I don't want the white. So we're going to get rid of the white. And now I need 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go here, it should fit. And I think I will ink this up a little bit. Or let's stain it. Ooh, staining would be fun. Let's do that. Ooh, Grace is getting excited. I want to be staining her. All right, where's my, I got a big old mess on my hands here, girls. I got all kinds of stuff going on. Where is my watercolor paper that I usually use as my backdrop? It's disappeared, it seems. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to open this up to a page, use it as scrap. I'm going to stain this. I did this yesterday with art journaling with the Crafty Chicks, the Craft Therapy Club girls. A little bit of paint in here, water, and then we stain it. Now I have brown in here. I don't think I necessarily want brown. I'm going to grab maybe a blue. Let's grab a blue. A really pretty soft blue maybe. Or a blue gray would be nice too. Blue cotton. So I do have a live auction coming up on, I do them every Wednesday. And I'm wondering if I should be doing them more often. I asked Mitchell May June that this morning. I asked Mel in her sellers chat, like, how often do you think you should be going live on Whatnot? I go live twice a week on Whatnot. Mondays I'm crafting and Wednesdays I'm selling. But I asked her, should I be doing more than that? Like, maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm not on here enough to build an audience and to get folks hanging out with me. I appreciate every single one of you. All 19 of you who are hanging out with me today. God bless you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you, Carol, for the tip. I mean, in order for us to keep showing up, yeah, we need to know that it's working. And that's how you can tell me it's working, by hanging out with me when I'm live. And tipping is fantastic. Gosh, it helps so much. So thank you for that. You know, when you think about it, if someone's on live, especially not selling, if they're sharing, if they're helping to give tips on selling, or maybe they're doing like music, or they're teaching a cooking thing. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I do creative. So if I'm teaching creative techniques and entertaining you in a way by doing that, even if you're not a crafter and you're just hanging out for the entertainment of it, just for the pure curiosity, isn't it nice to offer some support? I think it is. I know you can't always do that, but it helps when you do. Okay, look at all I wanted to do was stain that. It's got this brown spot right here. If you know me, I love grungy. So like that brown spot wouldn't actually irritate me at all. I would normally leave that. But I know some people don't like grunge. So it's now a very light blue book page. I might maybe take a little bit of not diluted blue paint and just scratch it on here a little bit. Let's just do a little more coverage. So we can see the words, but maybe not so much. I'm just randomly going through here and covering up some more. So it's got a wash of blue, but then I'm going to come in and cover it some more. So you can control that, right? With as much coverage that you want. So I can still see my words, but I get more blue here. You can actually, if there's like a swear word on the page or something, you could cover it up with your paint. There aren't any that I see, but I'm just saying. Or if you wanted something to be highlighted, like you wanted a word to show up, like blessings or something, you could cover everything but that word and put it in your book. This is what I'm going with here. A painted, stained page. And I'm going to dry it a little because it's kind of wet. So I'm going to dry it a little before we glue it in. If you're a seller and you're just coming in, we want to know who you are. I wanted to invite sellers specifically to hang out today and get to ask questions and chat together. I go live every single Monday creating live, crafting and creating. Mostly junk journals, but I do other things as well. And I do have a membership club. People join to learn my techniques and learn how to junk journal. I've been doing that since 2016? No, 19, excuse me. I started that. My page started in 2016, but my private group started in 2019. So I've been around for a while. Girl got some age to her. You never thought about staining paper, Nina? Isn't that just cool and easy and cheap, right? It's a nice backdrop, like a background for a page. It's a great way to use up your book pages. And it will likely this is a background, right? There's something going to go on top of it. I could even journal on top of this and you'll still be able to see it. I'm glad you think it's cool. Thanks for saying so. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the comments. So I'm just trying to dry it up so I can glue it in. I picked blue because in the book, these little triangles are blue. So that's why I went with the blue. So it could kind of complement the blue on that page. So now it's not blank. Now it's not blank, thankfully. I'm going to use my double-sided glue for this because I got to use this stuff up. I really usually use like a liquid glue or my glue stick, but I was like, I found this the other day in a drawer. I'm like, oh, I forgot that I had this. It's great glue, this double-sided glue tape. I just don't think to use it all the time. It's so funny because I see some paper crafters, it's all that they use. It's just personal preference. There's no right or wrong, I don't think. But some are better for some applications than others. Like I don't think I would use this double-sided glue on or tape on fabric, for example. I use a fabric glue on fabric. But that all comes with time. If you're new to paper crafting or art journaling or junk journaling, you would learn that over time, especially when you hang out with crafters who've been doing it for a long time, like me. It does work real well. I just find it's cumbersome. It takes I feel like this takes a long time to do. But it ripped my paper. Look at it ripped. Thankfully, it didn't rip through. It wasn't completely on there. And look what it did. It took up my paper, you stinker. I'm going to fix with my trusty permanent glue gun or glue stick. Come on. This is called burnishing. And clearly I did not burnish well enough because it was not stuck down well on my paper. I'm going to approach it from the other side. I used permanent glue to get that back down. This is called repair. And now I'm going to pull this up from the other side. But I just realized something. I tried something the other day when I was live and it didn't work. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Gracie, are you in the right place? It's going to be a little bit over. Come on. No, it's down now. It's down. There's nothing I can do. It's down now. Look at, I have this tiny little bit of white right here. Does it bug you? Does it bug me? Does it bug you? Does it bug me? What could we do? We could ink it. We could put another piece of lace down. We could put a different like strip of paper down, like get a decorative strip of paper and put it there. What about washi tape? We can use washi tape. I do have blue washi tape. Actually, there's nothing, there's the word beautiful and we got these little triangles, but there's nothing else decorative on here. And I do have some really cute decorative washi tapes. So what if we instead, to cover up that white, I'm going to use a piece of washi tape. Yeah, let's do that. Washi tape is basically usually removable. Like it's just not permanent. I usually back it up with a little permanent. I went over just a little bit right here. So I'm just going to cut that off because I don't want to, I could fold it over, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to do this. Clean that up. And I think it's super cute. So actually, I'm going to do it on all of the sides of this page. We're just going to frame it out. Again, if you wanted to make it super permanent, because it's usually repositionable, just put a little glue. Oh, did you miss it? Is it sapphire flies? Sapphire flies? Did you miss it? I just stained it. I just used a paintbrush and water and paint. I used this, a regular paintbrush and a little porcelain dish, and I added the paint and I put water and I just brushed it on. That's how we did it. It's so easy. You can do this, girl. You can do it. You can do it. Look at how cute this is going to be, all framed out in florals. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love a good washi tape application? Shut it. You are so cute. Look at. I love it even more. Oh my gosh. I'm going to leave this. It's brown paper. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's stamp something on there. It's brown paper. I love it as it is because I love me some brown paper. But let's find a pretty stamp to put on there. Because you know I got me some, girls. You know I got loads and loads of stamps. Stamperoonies out the wazoo. The better part of one's life consists of friendships, from Abraham Lincoln. Why not? Let's see if I can get it to work. Before we put it on there, let's just take a piece of paper and see if we can get this thing to be juicy enough. Now, it's going to have to be dark enough to show on there. It's on brown paper, so that could be a challenge. I'm going to see if this fern green, what's this color, if this fern green will work. Thanks, Deborah. I'm so glad you love it. What time is it, girls? Because I got things to do. I love sharing, but I got work to do, girls. All right, that I cannot even see that on the book page. I don't think it was juicy enough, number one. Oh, it's just not showing up well. All right, I'm not in the mood to mess with you right now. So let's find a different one, because you know I got me some stencils. Or stamps, I should say. They're way up high, though. Like, I put the majority of them in a basket, and they're way up high. All right, you may hear some banging. If you hear some banging around over here, likely, if you hear my voice, I'm still okay. This is what it is when you have a very full craft room. All right. When I say girl got some stamps, I got me some stamps. Let's find something pretty. I want something pretty botanical. These are all nice. This one has leaves. No, I don't want leaves. Of course, we got butter. Oh, look at these. This tall one. You're so pretty. Let me see if I can get the tall one to go. I haven't used these yet. They have not been used. So when you first use a stamp for the very first time, if you're not having any luck with those stamps sticking, get out your sandpaper and give them a little rub down. Give it a little massage, because that's going to help that get some tooth to it, as they say. Let's see if this shows up. Still the green. I don't clean my stamps either. That is so cute. That's the one. Let's use this one. We're just going to stamp on this first page of this second signature. I want to make sure it's good and juicy. And here's an issue, not an issue, but just tip for you. So this is in a book, and these pages, you know, it's not real flat and solid. So what I will do is take something flat and solid. It can be a book. It can be a clipboard. It can be anything. I just have this little cutting board. So I'm going to put that behind this so that when I press down, I have something flat and solid to press onto. Little tip for you, especially if you're struggling with your stamps inside your books. They are just simple, so easy. Freaking cute. Hold on, what's my third signature? Oh, my third signature has a decorative page, and then we put that little lace on there. So that's my third grouping of pages, is called a signature. So this was the front of my second signature, as you can see. So we're filling it up. I don't like white pages. This book will go for sale, I'm sure, on my whatnot. Is this a little, that's a little pocket. I need to stuff something in there. But this is what I'm trying to do, is cover up these white pages. So if you can tell by hanging out with me. We've been in here for an hour and a half. Now, granted, we have been chatting. Yes, we have been. So I haven't been literally creating for a whole hour and a half. However, I just want to point out to you, when you are buying people's junk journals, you have got to understand that we probably have 10 to 15 hours at the very least into one of these books. They're not a quick make. They're not fast. So when you are purchasing other people's books, which I do, I purchase other people's books to support them. I purchase them because I think they're beautiful and I want to own it. I purchase them as motivation and inspiration, examples of how I can do my own books. So when you're purchasing, please, please keep that in mind and be respectful of the person's time and energy that they put into that book. I'm not talking just about me. I'm talking about anybody that you buy from. Okay. So where are we at? It's 9:34. I would love it if you would stay here for just a second because I would love to raid another seller. I'm all about supporting sellers. Thank you to Carol for your tip today. Girl, I can't even tell you how much I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for that, my friend. Let's raid somebody, please, so that we can support another seller. I go live every Monday crafting, and I think I will add the seller's chat to the description because I'd like to invite more sellers to support and to get to know you guys. And so we can talk shop a little bit while I create. So I could be doing both at the same time. And I go live every Wednesday for an auction. So I have an auction this Wednesday. Please, please go to my profile and bookmark it and join me, even if you're not purchasing. I tipped Mel, my friend Mel, Mitchell May June, was live this morning. She did a seller's chat. It was like an hour and a half long. I listened to her while I was doing laundry, making the coffee, watering the plants. And I learned a lot from being with her and talking to other people. So I gave her a tip. And then one of the other sellers said, I don't buy a lot of things from people, but I always tip them because I think if I'm going to hang out with you for an hour and a half, it's a really nice gesture, particularly if it was uplifting to me or if it helped me in any way to give them a tip. So keep that in mind. You don't always have to buy something to support a seller. Just being in their show helps them show to other people. Like it helps the algorithm. So we are gonna raid somebody. When we raid, I always ask you guys to put chicks in the chat. They look like this, the little yellow chickies, just like that. If you can put those in the chat to the next person that we go to, I would really appreciate it. And let's see what this looks like when we raid. We go here, and then you're welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you for being here. Thanks for chatting with me about whatnot. Okay, let's see. The Dust Bunny Barn is live. Let's go hang out with them. They have really fantastic stuff, you guys. They're in Michigan. I don't know where they get their stuff, but they have always a whole lot of stuff. And they said they're going to be going live twice a week. So the Dust Bunny Barn, we're going to go there. Let's raid and put the chicks in when you do. I'm going to raid with you and hang out with them because they do have really beautiful stuff and they are so fun. So let's raid. Thanks for being here, you guys. God bless.